Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to Anime King, and today I'm gonna be giving you part 12 of What If Naruto and Sasuke Were Taken by Itachi. Remember to get this one to 100 like as usual, share this to all of your friends in your social media platform, and also go ahead and check out the brand new episode of What If Naruto Was Blamed and It Changed Him guys that I post on this channel, and enjoy that. And also, I post a brand new episode of What If Naruto Was Betrayed by Hagoromo over on Anime King 3. Link will be at the top of the description for you guys to enjoy, so go ahead and check out that and enjoy guys. And remember, if you're new and this is the first time you hear my voice and you enjoy the videos on the Anime King family, go ahead and click that red subscribe button and become part of the Anime King family. And thank you all for helping and support, and yeah, without further ado, what do you say begin this new episode? Start the intro. So, the last time we left off, Sasori, along with Team Kakashi, made their way on the bridge. As Sasori was talking to Kabuto, Orochimaru appeared. As Orochimaru detonated that explosive that was in Sasori's chest, as he was the one that helped him with his body when they were in the Akatsuki, and he planted that explosive in his chest a long time ago. As Sasori lay on the ground, as he was not moving, the rest of the group then engaged as Sasuke took on Orochimaru as they draw the battle out. Sasuke brought it out so his friends would get caught up in the excessive jutsus as he started to clash with Orochimaru violently. As Kabuto was taking on Kakashi and the others when Sasori suddenly got up as a medic ninja in Konoha, also Hyuga, had scanned his body and they had seen the explosive and they got rid of it, and that was a decoy as he managed to paralyze Kabuto so they could get him back to the base and get information from him. Orochimaru was really underestimating Sasuke. Sasuke used that to his advantage as he wiped this world clean from Orochimaru's existence, ending the man's miserable life as he was finally gone. With that, the group made their way back to Konoha with their new prisoner. From Kabuto, they could get the information of all Orochimaru known beasts and get rid of his stain off this earth once and for all. As Deidara and Sasori were currently at Konoha, Tsunade had put them in rank for temporarily, as Sasori will be heading back to the Hidden Sand once he's dealt with the Akatsuki here. Deidara didn't have anywhere to go, so he decided to just stay here. Tsunade sent out a team as a week went by as they roamed up and gathered what they could find on the Orochimaru bases as they found some special people there. As Jugo saw Kimimaro. With Kimimaro, Jugo didn't have to go psychotic as they brought him back to Konoha, carrying and Shigetsu as well, as he became a part of Konoha as well. We then went to Madara as he was making his way, as he came upon a man which you already know who he was, as it was the Sanbai disguise. As the Three Tails know him, as you remember him from the past, as they seem to have some, well, problems, as the Three Tails told him that the Kyuubi trusted him and he betrayed her, as Madara simply shrugged it off, as he had new goals now and things to do, and he will be needing them all, and they couldn't get in his way. As he fought with the man, Madara had just slipped through his attacks and took on the Three Tail in his human form, as he was able to gain this form so he can walk amongst the humans and not be targeted. But in the end, Madara still won, as he took him away. Meanwhile, as Asuma and his group made their way, after the temple has been destroyed and one of the head monks had been captured, as Kakazu had taken for the bounty, as he came upon Hidan, but being immortal, it was hard for them to take him down. But the battle started as they were looking for the other team, as Tsunade has sent Sasori and Deidara on another team to neutralize the threat. So yeah guys, that's basically that's what left off. You guys can switch across the page and check it out for yourself. So what do you say we begin this new episode? Hidan was smiling from ear to ear as he stabbed himself in the side. Asuma cried out in pain as he dropped to the ground. Asuma, Shikamaru said, as Kakazu was standing there, not joining into the battle. It's over for your friend. He's just playing around right now. As soon as he caused himself a fatal injury, your friend is as good as dead. Shikamaru gritted his teeth at the thought and started to evaluate what he saw so far, as Hidan didn't take on that form until he injured Asuma. And then the circle, as he left Kakazu alone to see that he had no interest in helping his partner, as he rushed over and managed to knock Hidan out of the circle. "Attack him now!" he shouted. Ryu did the one thing that he thought would end the fight, as he swung his katana, taking off Hidan's head. Hidan's body fell to the ground as a result, as his head was rolled away, as his body kept his Grim Reaper appearance. "How sure were you about that? If you were wrong, my head would be rolling away right now," said Asuma. Just an observation I made from his fighting style. "He can't use a curse of his unless he's in that circle," said Shikamaru. "Damn it, you goddamn bastards! Do you have any idea how much that goddamn hurts?" Hidan head shouted. The group from Konoha could only stare in shock. "You can't be serious. How could he still be alive?" said Shikamaru. "That's the power of Jashin, you non-believers. Hey Kakazu, bring my body over here." "Bring your body over to your head. I remember you saying that you want me to stay out of it," said Kakazu. "You bastard! Bring my body over here now," he shouted. "Does this mean you want my help now?" said Kakazu. "Stop screwing around and help me." The Konoha ninja was in too much shock to react, as Kakazu walked past and picked up Hidan's head by his hair. "Ow! That hurts! I said bring my body over here, not to move my head." "It's easier to bring your head to your body," said Kakazu. "You mean after all the bodies you carry for your bounties? You can't bring one body over here." "Shut up, or I'll leave you behind at their mercy. I always told you to keep up your guard, but no, you wanted to fight them on your own. Then you let your guard down. One of these days, I'm just gonna leave you behind." "Just shut the hell up already," said Hidan. Threads came from Kakazu's body as he reattached Hidan's head. Hidan flexed his head a bit, moving his neck, as he made sure he could move 100% again. "Now be careful, that has just reattached. If you move around too much, it will get loose. And the next time you lose your head, I will not attach it. I'll put it in a bag and drag it on the floor." "Fine, miser," Hidan said. "Do you want my help now?" Kakazu said. "Fine, but leave that one to me," as he pointed at Asuma. "This is bad." No time to waste, as Shikamaru caught them with his shadow, seeing that they were distracted. Moments before they were trapped though, Hidan ripped off Kakazu's arm. It appeared to hold a connection to the threads that attach his body. "You little shit," Hidan cursed. "Brat, you're starting to bother me." As Kakazu's arm was sent sailing towards Shikamaru, hitting him, breaking the control over the two. As Kakazu's arm fly back into place. "I'll handle these three. You better take care of him. Be careful with that body of his. It's worth more than that guy just catching on." "No problem," Hidan said as he smiled. As he pulled his sight, as he rushed back towards his circle, as Asuma's eyes went wide. Rado tried to stop him, but he drove the pike into his chest. One down, as blood came from his mouth. "You're next," as he looked at Rado. Suddenly, something huge smashed into Hidan, slamming him into the ground. "Damn it," he cursed. Hidan, Kakazu, went against its sorcery, as he pulled his puppet in close. He was joined by Choji, Ino, and Kotetsu. "Ino, Asuma's been injured," Shikamaru shouted. "You're too late, girlie. I've already pierced his heart." "Ino, inject him with this." As Sorcery tossed a capsule towards her. "What's this?" "It is his only hope. Inject him now." Ino complied as she stabbed him with it. Asuma went flat, as he looked like he died from the shock. His heart. It stopped. What do I do?" she said. "He's fine. He's not near death-like state. Try to stop the bleeding as fast as you can and get him out of here. That shot will buy enough time to get him to hospital. Don't worry about us. We can handle things from here," said Sorcery. Ino did as she was instructed as she quickly left. "So, you really did turn against us, didn't you?" said Kakazu. "I never really was a fan of the organization to begin with," said Sorcery. "Fine, we know how to deal with traitors. You should know those poison of yours, or next to worthless against us." Kakazu says he got himself ready, but he then paused, as Hidan paused as well. "Now," Hidan said. "You're lucky," said Kakazu as he looked over. "Hidan, let's go." As Rado threw several shurikens and kunai, but Kakazu hardened his hand and knocked them away. "Let's go, Hidan." "Let's get them," said Choji. "Easy does it. We can't go running after them like that. More than likely they're heading to a place ripe with traps. It will be unwise to pursue them for the time being. If my guess is right, the leader needs them for the sealing ritual. It takes 3 days to complete. Once you're on the move again, we will be able to trap them," Sasori said. "What makes you so sure?" asked Shikamaru, as Sasori was holding onto a piece of cloth. "I took this from Hidan. I believe you have access to trackers that can track by scent. This will allow you to find them, said Sasori. Quick thinking. With that, they made their way back to Konoha, as Tsunade was in the hospital, and she will be busy in the next few hours treating Asuma. Sasori opted to join her. He had the antidote to what he gave Asuma earlier. He was told that his poison saved Asuma's life. He would have died on the spot without it. Asuma ended up needing a heart transplant. After the operation, Tsunade came out with a long sigh. But it was a success, as she gave them a smile and told them that he will be alright. He just needs some rest now. Time skip. The group was now in the office. I've heard from Sasori already. We have 6 days to prepare. 6 days? I thought it only took 3, said Shikamaru. We got information they have 2 Bijus at the moment, so it will take them 6 days. I see, he said. Use whatever you learn from your first encounter and prepare for the next. Dismissed, she said. As the group dispersed, a half an hour later, Naruto and his team came back from an escort mission. They had to escort a convoy along the border of Sokinokuni and Takinokuni. Naruto was in charge of the team. They were told that Kurenai had to stay behind, but he wasn't given a reason. Report, said Tsunade. Mission successful, said Naruto. 2 team of stone ninjas tried to take the convoy at 2 points. They aren't going home. One of the foolish members of the convoy tried to attack the attacking shinobi head on. Fortunately, he survived, though both of his arms were broken. We receive our payment upon delivery of the convoy, which I have here, as he pulled out the scroll. Good work. Now, I have a new assignment for you guys. In 6 days, 2 members of the cast are going to head for Konoha. They're most likely after you, Naruto. Your team will be a part of the group attacking the pier, but I don't like the idea of putting you in danger like this. You can decline. I will think nothing less of you if you do. I know why you want to send me out. It will keep them away from Konoha. I don't want them coming anywhere near here either. I will accept. Unless either of you wish to decline, said Naruto. I trust your judgment, Shishino. I'm with you, Naruto, said Hinata. Very well. Use this time to your advantage. Dismissed, said Tsunade. One more thing, said Naruto. Do you know what happened to Kurenai-sensei? She'll be out for a while. You should go and see her, for her to explain. I see, said Naruto. Let's go. The group made their way to Kurenai's apartment, as Naruto knocked on the door. As Kurenai-sensei appeared and opened it. Kurenai-sensei, how are you? Asked Hinata. Oh, I'm just fine, guys, said Kurenai. The Hokage told us you'll be unable to go on mission for a while, said Shino. That is true. I guess she didn't tell you why, did she? No, said Naruto. So what's the problem? Well, I found that I'm pregnant, she said. What? Naruto and Hinata shouted, as Shino remained silent. And before you ask, yes, Asuma is a father, she said. It happens, you know. When adults are in a loving relationship, you know we're not children, right? Said Naruto, as he did not want the bird and bees speech again. It was bad enough that he had to get it from Jiraiya of all people. I was just about to go see Asuma. I heard that he got injured badly in his last mission, but he's okay now, and I'm glad, she said. Hinata didn't notice that Kurenai looked like she has been crying. Kurenai-sensei, it's okay. We're both ninjas. We both knew, all of us do, that one day it might come to the point where we would not come back for a mission. All we can do is train and prevent that day from ever coming. Keep that in mind, she said. You're right, Kurenai-sensei. We need to get ready for our next mission. Tell Asuma-sensei we wish him well, said Naruto. I'll be sure to do that. Train hard, you guys, she said. So, what kind of training you have in mind, Naruto asked Shino. There's 2 jutsus I've been trying to perfect. 6 days. It's not enough time to lead one of them, which leave me with the other, said Naruto. What kind of jutsu are they? Asked Hinata. Powerful. Both are from my dad. The one I have in mind, though, was something he was never able to complete, said Naruto. A jutsu the 4th Hokage could never master? I'm curious, said Shino. Well, hopefully I can satisfy that curiosity of yours before we head out. So, shall we get started? As the group made their way to the nearby training ground. Meanwhile, in a hidden location, Hidan and Kakazu sit down to rest. As they closed their eyes, they came in the cave as holograms. You took your time. What happened? Said Pain. We were stopped by a group from Konoha, said Kakazu. What are you doing in that area? You should be in Kaminari no Kuni, said Pain. I had a bounty to catch in at the Fire Temple. They probably send out the group in retaliation, said Kakazu. Very well. You are to return to Kaminari no Kuni after we're done here, said Pain. What? I have unfinished business with those bastards, Hidan shouted. You will follow my orders, Pain shouted. Yes, Leader Sama, Hidan said. Good. Now we're sealing 2 Bijus. You need to keep your body safe for 6 days. Is everyone sure of their safety? As he was met with silence. Very well. Let's begin the ritual. Time skip. as Naruto and his team has been training hard for the past days, as they told that they were going to be teamed up with Shikamaru's team and Sasori and Deidara. Tsunade was also going to give them an experienced tracker, as Kakashi's team was out searching for leads on Osamu and Kisame, so they were unable to help at the moment. Naruto was having best of luck of perfecting the jutsu he was working on. "Come on, focus," he said, as another explosion blew him back. "Naruto-kun, are you okay?" Hinata actually rushed over after hearing another explosion. "I'm alright," he said. "At least explosions get bigger every time. It's getting stronger, now only if I can make it whole, so I don't have to injure myself. I can see why the fourth was never able to perfect this jutsu. It appeared to be quite complicated," spoke Shino. "You're right on that one. When I first learned the incomplete version of the Rasengan, I had to put all my focus on the jutsu. After a couple of years it became second nature, but this is twice as difficult. Focus on the form and manipulate my wind chakra at the same time. It's like you're trying to look left and right at the same time," said Hinata. "Yeah, not easy," said Naruto. "Are you so sure?" asked Shino. "What do you mean? Can you look left and right at the same time?" "The only one that is capable of doing that is Hinata." "Watch carefully," said Shino, as he created a bug clone. "I'm looking left, and he's looking right. Not directly, but I don't need to," said Shino. "Well, you can look in two directions at the same time, but I suppose I can do that as well," said Naruto as he created a clone, as the clone looked left and he looked right. "Not so hard, but that doesn't help me," said Naruto. "Wait." As a smile came on his face. "You're a genius, Shino," he said. "What do you mean?" Shino asked, as Naruto made a Rasengan with his hand, as he had the clone funnel in the wind chakra, as he made the wind Rasengan, as it had a greenish tint and a small shuriken spinning in the center. "You guys might want to back up," said Naruto. Hinata and Shino complied and jumped back a safe distance, as Naruto plunged the Rasengan into the earth. A large explosion rattled the air violently. The field was left with a large scar on the earth, as Naruto smiled. "Wow, that's a lot better than what a regular Rasengan would do." "How much more powerful is it?" asked Shino. Naruto jumped aside as he made a regular Rasengan and smashed it down, as the wind Rasengan was at least 3 times larger. Shino then noticed something about the where the wind style Rasengan hit. "Naruto, my bugs have noticed a different damage caused when you use the wind style Rasengan. Tell me, how do you visualize wind nature chakra?" "Well, it's like rubbing 2 narrow blades against one another, making it as thin and sharp as possible. I could probably better explain it by showing you," said Naruto. "Let's go over to the training post." There was a circle of training posts nearby as they made their way over, as Naruto pulled out 3 kunai. "Look at the differences between the 3 throws," he said. As he threw the first kunai in a normal matter, he hit the post, sinking in just a bit. He charged chakra into the second kunai and threw it in the post, as he channeled chakra into the third and threw it as well, as the third one went in the deepest. Notice the difference between the 3 Naruto asked. The second and third were powered to your chakra. The second made a larger hole, but didn't go in as far as the third, which made a smaller hole. "What was different between second and third?" Hinata said. "The second was aided by normal chakra, the third was aided by wind chakra nature." "See the difference, the third. The hole is quite small because I was focusing on making the chakra as thin as possible." "I see. That explains the difference in 2 Rasengans. The dirt was ground up in a fine powder where the wind style Rasengan hit. This effect was not as pronounced with the first Rasengan," Shino said. "That is interesting. But I want to learn to create it by myself." "Why?" said Hinata. "Well, a clone is so easy to dispel," said Naruto. "And don't you think an enemy will try to attack me if they see I'm creating something quite powerful?" "I guess you're right," she said. "I wonder if I can try out my other natures," he said. "I wonder if I can make a bone Rasengan. It's creepy enough you replenish your weapon supplies with that jutsu. That would be rather weird to see you make a Rasengan out of that. It took me a while to get used to that, and I have a hive of bugs living inside me," said Shino. "Relax, I was just kidding," said Naruto. "Besides, it would hurt like hell if I ever messed it up." "I don't know," said Shino. As the training continued on, everyone involved in the mission made sure to get a good night's sleep. The night before. Time skip. "So, you two get to go and I get left out," said Teiwaya. "We need her tracking for the mission. Don't worry, I'll be fine. I'm sure the Hokage has another mission for your team," Shikamaru said. "Yeah, well you better be careful going after those guys. If you end up getting trashed and land in the hospital, I'll kick your ass," Teiwaya said. "That's motivation enough to stay out of trouble," Shikamaru said with a half smile. "Good. And here's some more motivation," she said, as she kissed him right on the cheek. "If you don't come back, you won't get any more of these." "Well, I would hate to miss out on those," he said. "Meanwhile, Sasori, you have any plans of attack?" "No, I can only guess, after all. I don't really know anything about their jutsus, although we know they're hard to kill. Well, I was talking with the Chonins that was going with us tomorrow. We came up with the idea to take down Hidan, said Deidara. Did you? And what would that be? Time skip the next morning, as the team was assembled at the gate. So, who's leading this team? Naruto and I are taking the lead on this one, said Sasori. As the best strategist of the group, any ideas you have would be helpful, said Naruto. I have an idea to take care of one of them, from what I saw from the last encounter. With Deidara's help, it shouldn't be a problem, said Shikamaru. I figured that you would have some kind of plan in mind, said Naruto. I can help you further your plan, said Sasori. I was going to ask you about that. I take it Deidara told you about my plan. Yes. I can take care of that part for you, said Sasori. Good. As for the other guy, he didn't really fight that much, and we know little about his abilities, so you have to stay cautious. If you see an opening, attack. But don't be reckless. This is the Akatsuki. As Naruto turned, I take it that you're the tracker. Yes, my name is Karen. I'm not much of a fighter, but as you said, I'm the tracker, she said. Good. Ino, you're gonna serve as a team medic Nin. Be sure to stay back, said Naruto. Ino nodded. Hinata, Shino, Choji, you're with me, said Naruto. Any questions? As they did a quick supply check. So with that they head out, with Karen leading the way. Meanwhile, the ritual has just been completed, as Hidan and Kakazu look around the area. It seems there's no sign of shinobis from Konoha. We should take our leave right now, said Kakazu. Just like that. Didn't you want to catch in on that bounty on that guy that you almost killed? Asked Hidan. As important as money is, I wouldn't take such a reckless action by attacking a hidden village, said Kakazu. Damn it, I want to kill the bastards and take their Jinjulki if possible, Hidan said. You heard what leader said. We need to be looking for the Hatsumi. Now, let's go. As the pair head towards Kamen or Nakune. Time skip. I can sense two people moving away from us, said Karen. Moving away? Shouldn't they be head towards Konoha near the axe? It is possible they have another target elsewhere. If they're heading out, we have a slight advantage. They may not be expecting an attack after heading a certain distance, said Sasori. That's true. Or we gained on them near the axe. They aren't moving too fast. In fact, they're moving rather slow. Seems they're not worried about pursuers, said Karen. That means one of my assumptions are correct, said Naruto. Seems they thought we would fix the village defense, wait for their return. It makes sense that they will head out. They will be on guard though. Kakazu had too much potential to not be prepared for a head-on attack, said Sasori. And why does he think he has so much experience, said Naruto? Well, as far as I know, he claims that he fought the first Hokage at some point. How is that even possible, said Shino. His ability. Allow him to maintain his youth, said Sasori. The group made sure to move fast before the group left behind Nakune, because if they had left behind Nakune, they would have to call off their pursuit. As Hidan and Kakazu were walking through a clearing, as the Konoha group then caught up on them. I told you they would send a team after us. You should have listened to me, said Kakazu. Screw off, I'm actually glad to be wrong for once. More sacrifice for large Jashin. Hidan, do not go after the blonde one. He's a Jinjulki. I'll take care of him. He is? Well, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna go after that shithead who used Shadow to attack. So we finally meet face to face, said Deidara. Once again. Puppet Boy and the Explosive Freak. Ain't this a little nice reunion, said Hidan. You should surrender. We have you outnumbered, said Sasori. You two are the weakest members next to Tobi. I would advise that you two surrender, said Kakazu. But I'd rather you not, said Hidan. Especially you, as he pointed towards Shikamaru. Something bothering you, asked Shikamaru. Yeah, you, Shadow Boy. As Hidan threw his sight, the group jumped out of the way to avoid it. I suppose the time for talk is over, said Naruto as he drew his blade. Shikamaru was first to make a move with his cage made no jutsu. Again with the goddamn shadows, Hidan shouted. Leaping out of the way, you will find my shadow can do more than you think. As his shadow broke off in the tentacles, one grabbed Hidan by his ankle and tossed him to the ground. Naruto shot forward as he knocked the threads back away. That came from Kakazu, as he then ducked as Katsukai puppet fly over his head as he cut towards Kakazu. Sasori, you should know your poison-based attacks will have no effect on me, said Kakazu, as he hardened his hands and knocked away the projectiles. That may be, but if I cut your head off, I won't need to poison you. As the puppet continued to strike, as Shino sent in his bug to further hindered Kakazu. So you have a Burmy on your team. I have met members of your clan on several occasions. Your bugs are rather bothersome, but nothing I haven't dealt with before. As he continued to bat away the attacks that were directed at him, as his entire body had hardened. Choji and Shino was making their way around to get the drop on Kakazu. Choji was the first to make a move, as he swelled up and then rolled towards Kakazu. But he was blown back by something that popped towards Kakazu's back. Sneaky, aren't we? I suppose I have to take you all on more seriously. As Kakazu removed his cloak, showing the four masks on his back, as he launched them, allowing his threads to give each a body. 5 on 5. So you want to make this a little more interesting, said Naruto. I'm glad to amuse you, boy, said Kakazu, as he sent his mask out. Sasori, you'll be the first to die, said Kakazu, as the masks combine, creating a wind and fire blasts that look like a hell-raging storm. Sasori was completely enveloped by the attack. Well, looked like he's finally taking you guys seriously, said Hidan. Too bad for you, Sasori. Probably dead now. You shouldn't pay attention to the battle of others. Guts! As Hidan was sent sailing into the air by an explosion from Deidara. As Deidara had to jump back, away from Hidan's sight. Be careful, one hit from that, and he placed you under his curse, said Shikamaru. Thanks for the tip, said Deidara, as he dodged a sight that made its way back to Hidan as he was connected to a cable. I guess I shouldn't be surprised to know about what will happen, should I? You did see what happened to the other guy. Don't worry, you'll meet to the same fate very soon. The dust around Sasori took a few moments to clear away. The two masks break off to attack Shino and Naruto. As Naruto was dealing with wind and Shino was dealing with fire. Seems I'm the one that outnumbered you now, said Kakazu. I wouldn't be so sure, said Sasori, as him and the puppet was protected by the iron sand. As he quickly attacked, as the puppet broke out of the ground right in front of Kakazu, surprising him, slicing into his arm. Kakazu hardened his skin and slammed his fist into the puppet, knocking it away. As Sasori jumped back, as he handed Ino a capsule. Give this to Shikamaru. As he moved towards Kakazu again, as Ino ran after Shikamaru. Seems Sasori succeeded for his part, said Shikamaru, as he dodged another side attack. As Deidara sent more of his explosives. Cut! As Hidan had to jump away, as the explosives went off. Sasori told me to give this to you, said Ino, as she handed him the vial. Good, head back to the others, said Shikamaru. Are you sure you'll be okay, she asked. It will be alright, he said. Looks like they can use you more over there, said Shikamaru. As Shikamaru watched Ino head back to the group as he made his way off. As Deidara was taking on Hidan, Shikamaru then came in. God damn it! Shadows once again! Can't you do anything else? I don't need to do anything else. As Shikamaru ran away from the battle, with his shadow attaching to Hidan, Deidara following as well. Meanwhile, Kakazu launched his fist towards the Kazekage puppet at high speed, smashing through it on his way to Sasori. The strike slammed into Sasori hard, causing damage to his heart cylinder and knocked him down. Hinata and Choji were having difficult time with the two masks attacking them. Without any water nearby, Hinata could only use her Jugi and strike to attack. Anytime she got near to the mask, they strike out at her with some lightning jutsu. Anytime they hit the threads, it wouldn't do anything, so the key has to be with destroying the mask. Meanwhile, as Shikamaru had brought Hidan into the forest, once the shadow possession jutsu was broken, Hidan smirked. What was the point? You didn't really gain anything, said Hidan, just making sure your partner won't be able to back you up this time. Oh, is that it? I won't be so careless as when the last time we met. Don't worry about it. I'll make sure to kill you properly this time, said Hidan as he had to quickly spin and knock the explosives away that came towards him, as Deidara ignited them as they blew away the surrounding trees. Like I said, I'm not letting my guard down this time, said Hidan, as he started swinging his sight around once again, while Deidara avoided with ease. Shikamaru got close to being hit. Seems you tire yourself out dragging me out here. What a shame, I was hoping to save you for last. You complain about me using shadows over and over again, yet all you do is run your mouth and swing your sight around, trying to hit one of us. That is more than I need to take care of one of you. This time, he was able to cut Shikamaru, drawing blood in his sight, as he licked the blood and drew a circle around. This is it, boy. Now, your shadows will be completely useless, as he wasted no time. Meanwhile, Kakazu looked over at his opponents, who was dealing with his mask, as Sasori was unconscious but still alive. I can't allow a traitor to continue living. Your body has betrayed you, Sasori. As Kakazu walked over as he noticed Sasori's heart container. Goodbye, Sasori, he said. At the moment, what? No more of that art of yours, asked Hidan, as he smirked to himself, seeing that he was in a circle and he already licked Shikamaru's blood. As he wasted no time. Die, Shadow Boy, as he stabbed his sight in his heart. Shikamaru coughed as he fell to the ground. Too easy. Shikamaru, Deidara shouted. Hidan stepped from his circle and swung his sight, stabbing into the bird as he pulled it back, as Deidara was now falling as he thrust it towards him. Sitting duck. There's no way you can move in mid-air. Three things happened, as Deidara fell to the ground on his feet. Hidan was stuck, as he saw it was attached to Shadow. Kakazu coughed up blood. What the hell? What? Now, Shikamaru shouted, as Deidara sent a small army of clay creatures towards Hidan. Damn it, he shouted, Guts! His body was blown apart, different pieces flying off. As his head landed right near Deidara. You and your goddamn art! You think those explosions are so brilliant? Jashin is your true, brilliant lies, not in your stupid, worthless, crappy art. Is that what you think, huh? Said Deidara. I'll still kill you both. You may find sacrifice for Jashin. I'll bite you to death if I have to. Seems like you're unable to understand one thing. My art is not a sin. It's a blast. One last creature sneaked up on his head as Deidara jumped back. As a massive explosion went off. Not bad. One down, one to go, said Shikamaru. Kakazu was his own problem to deal with. His heart was destroyed by Hidan ritual as he recalled his earth mass. As he placed it back in his body, he then pulled back his fist as he hardened it to drive it right through Sasuke's chest. A heart for a heart. You'll pay for your actions, Sasori, shouted Kakazu. Choji slammed right into Kakazu with tremendous force, already spinning. As Kakazu was knocked back by the attack, Ino ran to grab Sasori out of the way. Looks like Shikamaru's plan is a success. It's time to end this, said Naruto, as Hidan was taken care of. Wind style. Still, your technique. The wind attack came in from Kakazu's wind mass was negated by Naruto Jutsu. As Naruto stepped forward before vanishing in a burst of speed, slice! As the mass was severed in half, before it fell down to the ground in threads. Kakazu grunted as he glared over towards the blonde, as he was a man of calculating odds. Seeing the odds were stacked against him now, and they weren't good. It's time to go. Naruto rushed up on him in seconds as he knocked away Choji, as he swung his Zanbedo, but Kakazu blocked it, his body hardened. Must be great, ape turned any part of your body into a shield, said Naruto. I'm glad to have amused you, Jinchuriki, said Kakazu. So you do know who I am. I guess I shouldn't be too surprised, said Naruto, as he struck at Kakazu once again. As Shino and Hinata were still fighting the mass, their attacks becoming less frequent, as he was too occupied. Kakazu had one last plan to allow him to take Naruto and make his escape, as this would cause a lot of chakra, but he made his mass use their strongest attacks. Shino found himself leaping away from a fire blast that felt hot. Hotter than hell itself if he could ever feel hell. Hinata could barely avoid bolts of dark lightning being striking the ground in front of her. The two masks then turned back, as he dashed straight towards Naruto. Naruto and Hinata shouted, as she noticed Kakazu's plan, but she was unable to catch up to the mass. Naruto twists and threw his Zanbedo right into the fire mass face, destroying it, as the sword went so fast. But the lightning mass fired off a bolt of lightning as it destroyed Naruto's earth-based sword. Kakazu, despite losing the mass, smirked as he had Naruto right where he wanted him. As the lightning mass came back, lightning release. Thunder net. As Naruto smirked, wind style, Rasen shooting as his attack tore right through Kakazu, thunder net, and tore into Kakazu himself. Kakazu's eyes went wide as the attack grind into him, as the thing went out in a massive explosion. As Naruto had to jump away, Kakazu was left flat on his back, the piece of his last master on the ground near him, as he was coughing up blood. As Naruto was holding the arm that he used for jutsu. You. How? Kakazu said. You should know that wind, trump, lightning jutsu, said Naruto. Of course. I didn't take note of your attacks earlier. I can't believe this. I fought and survived the battle against the first Hokage, but yet I lost you. A mere kid? Elders, pass down your knowledge to be improved along by the future generations. It is natural for the future generations to pass the older generations, said Naruto. As Hinata came over, Naruto-kun, are you okay? I'm alright. As Shino came over as well. That jutsu is not without side effects. I can easily repair my bones, but without the Kyuubi's chakra, the damage done to my chakra pathways will take time to heal, said Naruto. Double-edged sword. Seems like we underestimated you. Osamu convinced us that you were nothing more than a scared little child, said Kakazu. And he was wrong. He knows nothing about me, said Naruto. I see. My mistake for listening to him. After all these years of looking through happiness through wealth, and now not even the richest of the richest can save me. As he coughed up more blood, his eyes finally closed and his life left his body. Naruto, do you need me? Asked Ino. No, I'll be okay. Go see if Shikamaru and the others need any help. That won't be necessary. We're alright, said Shikamaru as he came out, along with Deidara. Is it over with? Naruto asked. Yes, he's been taken care of, said Deidara. I see. We should take this body back to Snavi. She may wish to study, said Shino. Not a bad idea, said Naruto. Is Sasori alright? Asked Deidara as Sasori was knocked out. He'll be alright. His heart was scratched from damage onto the container. Nothing I couldn't handle, said Ino. Shall we head back then? Said Naruto. Wait, There's another chakra signature nearby, said Karen as she came back over. As she was not a part of this battle. After all, she couldn't really fight to that degree. It's a strong one I sent from earlier. It's departing. I think we should check what it is, she said. As Naruto narrowed his eyes, alright. Later, Ino and I would head toward the place. Hinata, Shino, Shikamaru, take Sasori and the Akatsuki member body. Back to Snappy. Seal the body in the scroll, he said, as he gave them a scroll. As the group made their way off the other half, making their way towards the great chakra teacher that was watching them. As there was a cave there. Looks familiar, said Naruto. This one isn't active, said Deidara. Just a matter of getting the boulder out of the way. All yours, said Naruto, as Deidara threw one of his insects. Cats! Destroying the massive boulder. As they looked inside the cave, there was a body of a Kumo ninja, a former Jinchuriki. Looked like her Bichu was already being sealed, said Deidara. Damn it, Naruto said. Perhaps you can do for her what you did for your other friend. That may be difficult, but if we did together, said Naruto, we can avoid the side effect. What are you talking about? Asked Ino. A Tensei Jutsu, created by a Sand Elder. It can restore the life to a body that has been lost, at the cost of the user's life. I helped her, but I was knocked out, but survived. So I thought if we did together, it might work, without costing us life. So what do you say, said Naruto? Well, I mean, for atoning for my sins for what I've done in the Akatsuki, said Deidara. Well, I'm helping, said Ino. Well, I guess I'll help too, said Karen. Let's give that a shot then, said Naruto. I was able to copy the jutsu of my Sharingan. Everyone gather around. As Naruto tapped into the Kaiba's chakra, as he mixed it, as he focused on their chakra flows to make it fluently, so it wouldn't take any of their life. As they all started. After the procedure, they all passed out. Well, at least they weren't dead. A couple hours later, they woke up. As the shinobi, she was alive, but she was unconscious. As Naruto was the one that waked her. She opened her eyes slowly as she looked disoriented. Who are you? Said Naruto. The name is Ujito. What happened? I remember the Akatsuki and... Then nothing. Do you mean your Biju? It has been removed. The process killed you, but we were able to bring you back to life, due to a Tensei Jutsu, said Deidara. I see, she said, surprised, that they brought her back to life, and that they were even willing to do it. You should be safe now. We'll take you back to Konoha. Not as a prisoner or anything. We'll tell Kumo that we have you, said Naruto, and take actions from there. Okay, but why? Why did you do this for me, she asked. We share a similar fate. I'm a Jinchuriki as well. What's your name? Name is Naruto Uzumaki, Jonin of Konoha. Future Hokage, he said. Thank you, Naruto Uzumaki. Thank you all, she said. The group returned to Konoha. Karen felt another chakra signature, but it was gone so quickly. She couldn't even tell if she had imagined it or what. And it felt quite low and strange. It was Zetsu, but she didn't know that, as he was sent to look for Hidan and Kakazu. Pain wanted to make sure that they were on their way. Zetsu found a secluded place, as he made contact with his leader, Leader Sama. Are they on their way? Asked Pain. I'm afraid they won't be. They have been defeated by a group of Konoha shinobi, said Zetsu. What? I told them not to pick a fight with Konoha. They were pursued, said Zetsu. They should have never entered Ainokune. Of all the villages, Konoha is well prepared, Pain said. I agree. Osamu should be wise upon continuous pursuit over the Jinchuriki, said Zetsu. He has devised his own plan and already put it into motion. Tell me, was the Kyuubi Jinchuriki a participant in this battle? Pain asked. Yes, said Zetsu. Were you able to record his fighting style? I was unable to. They had a chakra sensing type on their squad. The moment I got close, she sensed me. To get closer was suicide. I understand. We can't afford to keep losing members to careless actions. You acted as you should have. Continue scouting for the Akatsuki Jinchuriki. Zetsu nodded, and with that he left. But guys, if you ain't subscribed right here, once this part is done to do, like, subscribe, comment down below, and turn on that bell notifications they posted. Remember to share to all of your friends in your social media platform. And also, go ahead and check out the brand new episode of What If Naruto Was Betrayed by Hagoromo and enjoy that, guys. And he also posted a brand new episode of What If Naruto Was Blamed and it changed him, so go ahead and enjoy that as well, guys. And remember, if you're new, to go ahead and click that red subscribe button and become a part of the Making family. And thank you for all of your help and your support. Remember to comment down below and tell me if you're new. I'll be planning talking about to all of you. So yeah, without further ado, I'm out for now. See you guys soon. Peace.